Yo guys, how's it going? Donnyboy13 here. I am starting a new series on FIFA 21 with two of my friends here. We've got Wade Lee, my little brother.
Hi.
There's Wade. And we've got his friend Harley.
Hello.
There you go. So the three of us are going to we're going to have all the Premier League teams. We're going to be drafting teams for ourselves out of those. And basically we're going to have a set limit of money. We're going to be able to do signings and things. So we're just going to have little 1v1 matches, and it's just as if we're going to play the season out basically and see where we end up at the end of the season. So the way we're doing it is I've set the table how it ended last season into groups of 3. So we've got the top 3, then 4 to 6, then 9 to 10, 7 to 10, so on. And they've all been given a set of money. So you'll see this on the screen as I'm saying it, because my editor's going to be doing it for me. And basically, yeah, so this is our draft episode. So we're going to be deciding which of the 3 teams each of us is going to get from each group. So we're going to find out what teams we're going to be managing for this series. So yeah, so first up, due to a random draw that we had earlier, we've got Wade picking first, and then Harley, and then me. And then obviously it'll change each round. So in the first 3 that we've got, obviously the top 3 of the table last season. So we've got Liverpool, we've got Man City, and we've got Manchester United. So Wade, who do you want?
Well, obviously I've got to stick with my favourite team, Liverpool.
Liverpool, of course it's got to be. And then it goes to Harley. Would you like Man City or would you like Man United, Harley?
Man United.
Man United, okay, that leaves me with Man City. I'm not disappointed by that one at all. Not disappointed. So that's the first 3 gone, and those 3 teams are all allowed £200 million to spend on players. And now we're on to the second set of 3, which we've got Chelsea, Leicester and Tottenham. So Harley picks first on this one.
Okay, so I'll go Chelsea.
Chelsea for Harley, good pick. I get the second pick, and I'm actually going to go for Leicester.
Ooh,
which leaves
different.
Wade with Tottenham.
My Spurs.
The mighty Spurs with Wade. And they'll get 150 million to spend, so a little bit less, but still very good amount to be doing some business with. And now my set of 3 to choose first. I have Wolves, I have Arsenal, and I have Sheffield United. And maybe surprisingly again, I'm going to go for Wolves. Not taking Arsenal, I'm going for Wolves, the mighty Wolves. And then Wade gets second choice.
Well, got to go for Arsenal, really.
He's going for Arsenal,
I'll
which
go
is
Sheffield.
leaving Harley with Sheffield United.
Great team.
And those 3 teams get £100 million to spend.
Okay.
And now we're going on to the lower part of the table now. So we've got the next 3, which are Burnley, Southampton and Everton. And Wade's getting the first choice again here.
Well, I'm taking both the Merseyside teams, I think. I've got to go
He's
for
going
Everton.
for Everton. He's going for Everton. Good choice. They've got a good team this year. Plus some signage you can get would be good. Harley, next one. Southampton or Burnley?
I'll go Southampton.
Southampton, okay, I get Burnley. I'm not disappointed about that one either. Quite like Burnley on this game. Interesting. They all get 80 million to spend, so it gets a little bit less, but you've still got a bit of money to spend.
Yeah.
And then the next group, we've got a group of 5, because obviously 20 doesn't divide by 3. So this group of 5, we're all going to get one choice, and then me and Harley are going to get an extra choice because Wade got the first pick. So Harley picks first anyway.
Okay, so what's the
So
teams?
Harley, we've got Newcastle, we've got Crystal Palace, we've got Brighton, we've got West Ham, and we've got Aston Villa.
I'm going to go for Crystal Palace.
He's going for Crystal Palace, which leaves me second. And I'm going to pick Brighton. And Wade, you're third?
Newcastle.
He's going for Newcastle. That leaves me and Harley with West Ham and Aston Villa. Which one would you like, Harley?
I'll take Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Okay, I've got West Ham. That's interesting. Yeah, so them teams get 60 million to play with. So still a decent amount, definitely.
Yeah.
But obviously not quite as much as the big teams, because they're not the sort of teams that would realistically have a lot of money. And now, of course, the final 3, the 3 that came up from the Championship, not going to be very good teams realistically. Leeds, Fulham and West Brom. I get the first pick. Obviously, I'm going to go for Leeds. They're the best team by far out of the 3. Wade gets second choice. Fulham or West Brom?
It's got to be West Brom. Fulham
He's
are
going
just
for West
terrible.
Brom. Fulham don't look very good, but we never know. Harley might make some great signings and bring Fulham up up through the ranks. So that's the team sorted, guys, and those 3 get 50 million each. So not ridiculous amounts, but still enough to get a few good faces in. So yeah, and we're also, this episode, we're going to have what signings we all decide to make is going to be the second part of this episode. So we'll go straight into the transfers part of this episode, and we'll go through the alphabet. We'll go straight away. First off, we have Arsenal, and leaving the club we got Mesut Ozil, who's left for £30 million. We've got Shokran Mustafi, who's left for £15 million, and we have Reece Nelson, who's left for £12 million. On their way in, we have Alejandro Gomez from Atalanta coming in for £43 million. We've got Zakaria, I believe his first name is Didier Zakaria, from Borussia Mönchengladbach for £40 million, and then Marcelo, the Real Madrid left back, for £30 million. He unfortunately will not be available for a few weeks as he's not on the transfer page for some reason, but we'll get him in when we can. There's a couple of players like that for this, so we'll go on now to Aston Villa. And Aston Villa have sold Conor Hourihane for £5 million, Jed Steer for £1 million, and Nyland for £1 million. And they've brought in Douglas Costa for £32 million from Juventus. They brought in Kimpembe for £26 million from PSG. And they brought in Blaise Matuidi for £15 million from Inter Miami. And then from Aston Villa we go on to Brighton. And Brighton have sold Pascal Gross for £10 million. They've sold Solly March for £5 million, and they've sold Dan Burn for £4 million. And they are bringing in Inaki Williams for £36 million from Athletic Bilbao. Bringing in Ismaila Sarr for £25 million from Watford, and they're bringing in Juan Bernat for £15 million from PSG. And then from Brighton we go to Burnley, and Burnley are selling Chris Wood for £15 million, Ashley Westwood for £5 million, and Matej Vidra for £4 million. And coming in, they're signing big name Declan Rice for £55 million from West Ham. They're signing Max Aarons for £30 million from Norwich, and they're signing Joshua King for £16 million from Bournemouth. And then from Burnley we go over to Chelsea. Chelsea are letting go of Mateo Kovacic for £36 million. They're letting go of Emerson for £16 million, and they're letting go of Marcus Alonso for also £16 million. And then on the way in, Chelsea doing some big spending as they sign Onana from Ajax, the goalkeeper, for £50 million. They signed Felipe for £50 million also from Atletico Madrid. Signing Rafael Guerreiro from Dortmund for £45 million. They're signing Klosterman for £34 million from RB Leipzig. And they're signing Hirving Lozano from Napoli for £26 million. And then from there we go to Chelsea. From Chelsea we go to Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace are letting go of James MacArthur for £4 million, Gary Cahill for £3 million, and Joel Ward for £3 million. And on the way in, they're signing Upamecano for £54 million from RB Leipzig, and they're signing Kappa from Athletic Bilbao for £11 million. And then from Crystal Palace we're going to go on to Everton. Everton are letting go of Andre Gomez, the midfielder. I think it's Andre, might not be Andre, for £20 million. Gylfi Sigurdsson for £17 million, and John Joe Kenny for £7 million. And then on the way in we have Ciro Immobile for £55 million from Lazio. We have Diego Godin coming in for £18 million from, is it Cagliari now I think he's at? And then we've got Daley Blind coming in for £18 million from Ajax, and finally Jesus Navas coming in for £16 million from Sevilla. And then from Everton we go to Fulham. Fulham are letting go of Joe Bryan for £7 million, their left back. They let go of Harrison Reed for £3 million and Kevin McDonald for £2 million. And then on the way in, they are doing some big name signings, to be honest. They've got Johnny Otto coming in from Wolves for £18 million. They've got Reece Nelson coming in from Arsenal for 15 million. They've got Divock Origi coming in for 11 million from Liverpool, as well as Milner also coming from Liverpool for 9 million. And then they have Joffit Tanganga coming in from Spurs for 9 million also. So a lot of big names coming in for Fulham there. Then from Fulham we go straight on to Leeds. And Leeds are letting go of Patrick Bamford for 6 million. Alioski for 3 million and Stuart Dallas for 2 million. And then on the way in, they are signing John Stones for 24 million from Manchester City. They're signing Eric Lamela for 16 million from Tottenham. Signing Dominic Solanke for 6 million from Bournemouth. And they're signing Ashley Westwood for 5 million from Burnley. And from Leeds we go straight to Leicester. And Leicester are selling Ashley Barnes for 19 million. They're selling Kelechi Iheanacho for 12 million, and they're selling Hamza Chowdhury for 7 million. And then on the way in, we have Paul Pogba for 72 million from Manchester United. He is another one like Marcelo who will not be available for a little while. They're signing Joel Matip from Liverpool for 26 million. And they're signing Quincy Promes from Ajax for 20 million. And then Liverpool, the outgoings. We've got Gini Wijnaldum selling for 36 million. We have Naby Keita selling for 30 million. We have Joel Matip selling for 26 million. James Milner for 9 million. And Divock Origi for 11 million pounds. And then the incomings for Liverpool are ridiculous. We have Neymar coming in for 135 million from PSG. We have Lewandowski coming in from Bayern Munich for 90 million. And we have Skriniar coming in for 65 million from Inter Milan. And then from there we go to Manchester City, who are selling Ilkay Gundogan for 36 million. We're selling John Stones for 24 million. And then Fernandinho for 7 million only. And then on the way in, we have Paulo Dybala, a bit like Pogba and Marcelo. He will not be available for a little while, but he's coming in from Juventus for 112 million pounds. We also have Koulibaly coming in from Napoli for 88 million pounds. And we have Alex Grimaldo coming in from Benfica for 33 million pounds. And then to Manchester United, the outgoings. We already know Paul Pogba going for 72 million pounds. We've got Fosu Mensah going for 5 million pounds. We've got Sergio Romero for 4 million pounds, and then Dean Henderson for 22 million pounds. And on the incomings, some big names here too. We've got Kylian Mbappe coming in for 162 million from PSG. We have Alphonso Davies coming in for 72 million from Bayern Munich. We have Raja Nainggolan coming in for 26 million from Inter Milan. And then to Newcastle. On the way out we have Miguel Almiron for 19 million. We have Federico Fernandez for 6 million and Matt Ritchie for 9 million. On the way in for Newcastle we have Luis Alberto from Lazio for 40 million. We have Cuadrado from Juventus for 23 million. We have Pascal Gross coming in from Brighton for 10 million. Newcastle to Sheffield United. And Sheffield United are letting go of Ollie McBurney for 11 million. They're letting go of Jack Rodwell for 2 million. And they're letting go of Verips, the goalkeeper, for 1 million pounds. And on the way in, we have a big name signing, Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan for 73 million pounds. Dean Henderson coming in from Manchester United for £22 million, making that move from last season permanent. And finally, Anthony, the young lad from Ajax, coming in for 16 million. And the next team on our list is Southampton. Southampton are letting go of Alex McCarthy for 6 million, the goalkeeper. They're letting go of Shane Long for 3 million, and they're letting go of Sam McQueen for 1 million. And the incomings, only two men. One being Moussa Dembele from Lyon for 55 million. The other being Adrien Rabiot from Juventus for 25 million. And then from Southampton we go on to Tottenham Hotspur. And Tottenham doing some business. They're letting go of Eric Lamela for 16 million, Joffit Tanganga for 9 million, Paolo Gazzaniga for 8 million, and a youngster by the name of Jack Clark for 4 million. And on the ins we have Luka Modric coming from Real Madrid, returning to Spurs for 55 million. We have Marcelo Brozovic coming in for 45 million from Inter Milan. We have Nico Tagliafico coming in from Ajax for £35 million. And we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic coming from AC Milan for just £20 million. And then we're going on to West Bromwich Albion. They're one of the new boys, and they're letting go of Hegazi for 6 million, letting go of Matt Phillips for 5 million, and they're letting go of Romain Sawyers for 4 million. And on the ins, we've got Iago Aspas coming in for a steal at 28 million from Celta Vigo. They're signing Dumfries from PSV for 18 million, and they're signing Enis Bardi from Levante for 18 million also. And then from West Brom we go to West Ham. They're selling Declan Rice 55 million, Sebastian Haller for 32 million, and Yarmolenko for 8 million. So a massive takeover for West Ham. They're changing the side completely with 3 big sales. But on the way in we have Marquinhos coming from PSG for 47 million. We have Duvan Zapata coming from Atalanta for 45 million. We have Florentin Tolisso coming from Bayern Munich for 35 million. We have Paolo Gazzaniga from Tottenham for 8 million, and we have Lucas Piszczek coming from Dortmund for also £8 million. And finally, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers selling Johnny Otto for 18 million, Daniel Podence for 15 million, and Romain Saiss for 7 million. And on the way in, we have Kingsley Coman coming in for £46 million from Bayern Munich. You have Jose Gaya coming in from Valencia for 36 million, and we have Renato Sanchez coming in from Lille for 18 million pounds. And that is it for the transfer episode. If you think any of us have got an absolute steal, if you think any of us have paid far too much for players, let us know in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time for week 1 of the Premier League season. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.